Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today I'm cleaning up our living room, my office, organizing, putting clothes away, and just getting ready for the fall. And that means all things that are not in use and things that we don't need, it's time to get rid of or put away. So as you know, I was cleaning out my room, so things that came from my room was transposed into the living room, and also I've been cleaning and purging out the bathroom. So things you will probably see in this video is coming from all those rooms, condensing them down, cleaning it up, getting rid of, and actually putting things where they need to be. I've been doing the Konmari Method, so you'll probably see me do a lot of that. I have a box of, as you can see, products that I've had a subscription for over probably 3 or 4 years now, and it's time to organize. We get more products, and the new products on top of the old ones, and you never know what you have. So I'm separating all these products either from shampoos, conditioners, leave, gel, leave out, gel, curly cream. I'm putting them all to where you can go and find exactly what type of product you're looking for and what bin it will be in. So you'll see me do that in this video, and as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. So of course I have to take everything out so I know what needs to go back in. You'll see me look at them, you'll see me begin to then separate them, and then I'll go back and start to put them into bins and separate them. So I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back and let's clean with me. So by this time, my fingers and hands are yucky from the product, being in a bin, being turned over, it spills out. So, I'm kind of going through that and making sure the ones that have little to none product are being thrown away, and only keeping the things that are actually full so that you get to use out the product. So as you can see, I'm going through the bin, and as going through the bin, some products are turned over or spilled out. I ended up throwing them away. And if the products were good, I put them towards the side. And at this point, it's also even on my pants, as you could probably tell. And if you can't tell, at this point, I was ready to be done. I was tired of seeing product. But again, remember, I was splitting things up in the bin, so exactly you knew what was on what side or what was in the bin. So those clear bags were my dividers that split up the product for me, that let me know if that was shampoo, conditioner, but it allowed it to divide it, so you know exactly what was in the bin and where it was at. So from any product, it was all separated, even from hair color, as you can see going in as well. So that was the hair color bin, or pins, or hair needs, or necessities, but each bin was all separated and also was labeled. So I did that for all the bins, and those bins ended up going on the shelf in the office. So it all works out. And as we are purging, we clean one room, migrate to the next. So from the entire house, I'm gonna clean it top to bottom. And that's what I'm doing. I'm actually down to the last rooms, which are the living room and the office. And last but not least, you may possibly get a video on our kitchen. And I'm doing all this preparation in getting prepared for actually remodeling and doing some upgradings in different rooms and in the house. So I needed it to be clean and not have to be cleaning and then actually starting that project. So when I get ready to start the projects in the room, those rooms will be clean, even down from the drawers or the furniture that's there. So stick along on the ride, because I'm going to clean this house from top to bottom and then begin to do some updates and DIYs and renovations. And this is what you've come to the channel for. So stick with me, but we got to do this process first. And it's taken a while because there is a lot in the house. There's history upon history of just stuff that has to be placed and organized and put together. So I'm going to take my time, but I'm so excited to get ready to actually start remodeling and actually doing some things that makes it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing, up to the style and vibe that I'm looking for. On the clothes, as I am getting rid of, my mom is like, no, I'm keeping that, so put that to the side for me. Because again, remember, I was taking in the clothes that I'm not wearing or don't have any emotional attachment to, I'm giving away. So I'm doing the Konmari Method as much as I can in the rooms that I'm at. But yes, as you can see, I'm pulling things out, and my mom's like, no, I want that, I want that. And by the time I was done, I was like, I'm not giving nothing away. She wanted to try on the belts to see if she wanted the belts as well, because she's on this weight loss journey and has been losing weight. So she wants to see if she is measuring it up by my clothes. So of course she wants all the belts, and I've had those belts for years, and that's just again holding on to stuff. One of my favorite stores back in the day was BB, and I mean anything that BB had I bought. And that was those belts. So I'm glad to kind of keep those around, but don't tell her. So this is another dining room or slash office for us. So we're going to use that as the secondary dining room, which has been that. You can see my shoes because they're coming from my room. My clothes are in here. We were doing some history information on our family, so we have a lot of that out. I'm going to clean this from top to bottom. From the papers in the corner, that's all going to be filed and put away. We have about 3 businesses, so this room is probably the hub that holds the product for several of those businesses. So it allowed for us to kind of put everything on the shelf. So you will probably see me have those products on one side. Even in the corner, I put my other desk that comes out the room in that corner. So me and my mom have an office or slash, I guess, community use that we can kind of cohabitate together when we're working on the businesses that we're doing at the time. I have a studio in the basement. That's where I'm at most of the time. But when we're having to do our collab, I will have an office and a desk up here. So first, I'm going to start, as you can probably see, is with those papers in the corner over there. I'm going to clean out her desk and area and get her stuff together, put her cat stuff in the area, which is all put away. Fill the bookshelves because I'm going to be in this space and it has to be cohesive and a vibe that I like. And of course, I like plants, so my plants are already there because it seems like this room does well for my plants. I've had them in my room and other areas of the rooms, and they just seem to do a lot better in this room. So a few of them are in this room on my side of the office. My mom also wants plants, but she doesn't know how to take care of them. But I'm going to start with all these papers over here. I'm going to file, throw away, and put up. So those shelves that we have will be full of either papers that we filed away or even a business, because we do have a food restaurant business, we have a printing company, and we have a gift card business. So it's time to purge and clean. I'm again doing a Konmari method. So if it was history from my family's information, I put that away and put that in the area. If it was either business stuff, I all filed it away. So you could probably see here, this is what I am doing, but this room is what's next. I'm going to take this room and make sure that it's conducive for me and my mother. I would have to say though, cleaning, the longer you clean, the longer the videos are. So I'm starting to kind of figure out whether or not am I going to just be having long videos when I do cleaning and decluttering. Because the fact of the matter is, it's just a lot that has to get done, and it's the best when it's on camera. So bear with me, but you probably, if you haven't noticed yet, it took me a few days, if not probably about 5 days to be exact, to clean all these different rooms and go through these clothes. So you'll probably see me with different outfits on because, of course, this was probably over a good week of cleaning and purging. So remember, I had put the desk in here, so I had put things on it, and when you start to settle in, you want how your desk will look and the layout. I began to put things away. That's what I did, cleaned it off, and now I'm just creating the way my desk layout will be. Now, of course, I had to mop and sweep a few times, being that this was the area that the cat and everybody else used from the workout room. As you can see, the treadmill in the corner to my office on this side, and the other side is where my mom's desk is at. So if I don't smell it, then I feel like it's not clean. So I had to probably leave a few times because I, of course, used half of a bottle of Clorox and Fabuloso. But for me, I have to see it being clean, but if I don't smell it and lingering, then I know I don't feel like it's clean. So I go over the floor a few times, as well as everything around there. From the shelves, I cleared out the bookcase and sprayed it down, and even the TV console that's in there. But I do a deep cleaning. If I don't smell it, it's not clean. You could probably tell I'm back in the living room, and I'm back in the living room because now those are the papers that were already either need to been finishing filing, but that's where we were filing them and put them in the boxes or in the filing box, put them on the shelf. But now I'm going to finish up and clean this room, which means vacuuming the carpet, washing the tables, washing off of the fireplace vanity, getting this dust that seems to accumulate everywhere. When you have a bigger house, it just seems to be dust on dust and spider webs in sometimes places that you wouldn't even imagine. So we're going to actually get this thing cleaned in every area of the house, and then we're actually going to get our ducts cleaned out and exterminated to make sure no critters or any of this ever accumulates again. to go back and sweep and mop, but because I wasn't taking everything out of the room, I would sweep. I swept the entire room a few times, but I would mop and push all of the sofas that were in that area, push them up so I can mop. I will let that side dry, mop underneath that. Then I will go over to the other side of the room and do behind the sofas, and I will let that dry. And later on, you would probably see me push them all the way back, so then I can get what area I did not get. But I was very thorough because of the fact that this place can get very dusty and you could see it collect. But we're cleaning it, and at this point, it lets us know that our ducts need to be cleaned very badly. So before the winter comes, that is another thing we will be doing. You can never vacuum or sweep or mop enough. I probably swept this carpet up 3 times, and that's just because as you bring things in, sometimes it leaves debris, or I just wanted that finished look from even the lines to be all lined up and it to look nice, and to make sure nothing was on it. I'm just very OCD about that, and when I clean, it has to look like it's clean, and again, it has to smell like it's clean, so you can see my candle, but it was still overpowering with Clorox and Fabuloso. But again, I went back over this carpet to make sure it was clean, like I did the floors a few times. But that's just me. And at this point, I was almost done. I was glad to be finished. This is really the ending and the finished product. Being clean, from the furniture being polished to being shined and cleaned as well. So if you could, I hope that you comment, subscribe, hit the like button. I want to continue to bring videos to you. Not all of them will be cleaning videos, but now I can get started with the fun part, which is also being my DIYs and renovation. So look out for a few of my projects. So subscribe so you can be aware. I promise you, I will be on the way. And again, here is my living room. And I had to put a swing in here. So this is just after I finally had it cleaned and I wanted a different vibe or add to it. And this was adding the swing. So I hope you guys like it. And I hope you guys again subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified next time I submit another video, which I intend to do every week. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy cleaning with me.